welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, please do not forget to subscribe. Today I'm going to be showing you 5 very easy Halloween inspired nail art tutorials that are super easy, that only require 2 simple tools. So let's just get right into it. So for this first design, I am starting off by painting the background white, and for this design I am going for a blood dripping splattered look. After I painted the white, I'm just going to go ahead, cure it, and do a second coat. On this little plate, I am just going to place some red polish. This is from IBD, called Luck of the Draw, I believe. So I'm just going to use my dotting tool and pick up some of the red polish, and that's all you're going to need for all of these tutorials are, again, those dotting tools and a striping brush. So I go ahead and start by dotting these little dots, which are going to be the end of the drips, all over the nail wherever you want them, and then I'm going to grab that brush and I'm just going to drag it towards the tops. You can do this from the bottom towards a cuticle or anywhere you want it, but I just wanted it to drip from the top of it, so that's what I'm doing. Then I'm just going to go back and do it again just to make it a little bit more darker, because the first layer is obviously going to be a lot more softer and you want a nice opaque color for this. Another way you can do it is grab a little ball of polish on your brush and do it that way. I prefer it that way a little bit more, just so you don't have to do a second coat, because it picks up so much of the product and it just gives it more of a natural flow. And then now I'm just going to grab the remaining and I'm just going to fill up the top of the nail and just make it go into the shape that I want it to go into, and just make sure that the drips are flowing properly. So connect those to the top bits that you are covering up. And that is the final look. I really like the way that this turned out. So for the next nail, we are doing a pumpkin look. So I'm using this IBD polish in Sinful Gurin, which is a really nice nude. And then I am also going to be using IBD's Happily Ever After as my orange, as well as Egyptian Goddess from Kiara Sky, as well as this random brown polish from Amazon. So I'm grabbing the IBD polish and I'm going to do a really lazy M, so almost like how you draw those really elementary school birds. Yeah, and I'm just going to put that in a corner. Again, you can place this wherever you want. I just felt that I wanted it in a corner because that's just what I was fancying. So I just did that, and I am then going to cure that up after I have filled in that shape. Then I'm grabbing the Kiara Sky Egyptian Goddess, which is a more of a burnt orange, and I'm just going to outline it and put in some dimension into this little pumpkin. Later, I did find that this was not the dimension I was looking for, because I felt like it was too light, so I do end up mixing this color with a little bit of that brown, and I do the same steps again. Then I'm just going to grab that brown as well and just make a stem go up. You can also make a little twirl if you want to, but yeah, that's not what I did. Anyways, here I am just mixing the colors like I said earlier, and I'm just going to outline it once again. Once I was happy of how it looked, I just went ahead and cured it and also just top coated it, and I really like the way this turned out. For the next nail, I'm taking IBD Black Lava and putting that all over the nail. I did do 2 coats of this as well. And for this nail, I am going to go for these really cute ghosts, and I think this turned out super cute and it was super easy to do. Then I'm just going to take IBD's Whipped Cream, which is a white color, and I'm going to grab my dotting tool, and I'm going to start by placing these comma looking shapes all over the nail. As you will see, I don't do them uniformly. I kind of did them all over the place, going in all different directions, because that's just what I think looks the best. Once it's uniform, it looks too uniform, I guess, and it just doesn't have that nice flow. So I just think this gave it a little bit of a nicer look. So whenever you're doing something like this, I would say to place them randomly. So yeah, I'm just placing these comma looking things all over the nail. After I have cured those white comma looking shapes, I'm going to take some black and I'm going to start by adding 3 dots. So 2 for the eyes and 1 for the mouth. And I am going to make the mouth a little bit bigger so that way we can differentiate the eyes from the mouth. And then I just went ahead and top coated this as well, and I think this turned out super cute. I think this is one of my favorite ones. For this next one, we are starting with a white base, and we're going for a really forensic thumbprint look, and I think this one's very pretty and really unique and different. And super easy to do, believe it or not. So after I've done that, 2 coats of the white, I'm going to dip my thumb into this black and dab it up a little bit, dab some of that off. And then I'm going to start by printing it onto this nail. So the first print was a little bit too light, so I do go over it again just to make it a little bit darker. And then I just went ahead and cured that. Then I'm taking more of that luck of the Draw from IBD, which is the red that we've been using for the blood. And I am just outlining those thumbprints. You can do whatever you want, but I just ended up outlining it and making some little drips. And then I thought it looked a little bit too empty, so I did make little random splatters of blood on the empty spots. And I really like the way that this turned out as well, and you can see it for yourself. I think this is also one of my favorite ones. Alright, and for the last nail, I'm going to use some top coat and some black polish and just mix them together just because I want a sheer black. And then I'm just going to grab any brush and put that all over the tip. So I did end up doing 2 coats of this as well, and you can keep going until you get that desired sheerness. And for me, it was 2 coats. And for this one, we are going to be doing a cobweb. So I'm just grabbing the black polish and I'm joining 3 lines in the corner. Again, you can do this wherever you want. You can do it in the middle or the corner like I did, or whatever your little heart desires. Anyways, after that, I'm just going to connect them with these soft U shapes. I ended up doing 3 layers, and again, you can do 2 or 3 or even more. And that's how that turned out, and I think this also turned out really nice. Alright, so that's all the designs I have for you in today's video. If you did enjoy, please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe. Until next time, bye.